Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone, welcome back to my garden. If you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. Today I'll be taking care of the sweet peas. As you can see, they don't look great at this time of the year, so I need to take care of them and replace the sweet peas with something else. So what I'm thinking of putting in this container, I'm thinking of putting maybe a tomato. Yeah, I think that will do well for me in this container. And in this place where the sweet peas are, I am thinking of also putting maybe a rose, but currently I don't have the rose, I think this place will look a little bit empty for a couple of few weeks before I get to put my hands on the rose. And for this container, I will have to relocate it into a new place to where the tomato will be growing. Yeah. The other thing that I'll be doing, I'll be fertilizing and mulching my containers. So I've got this container here which is fully planted, but I need to fertilize it and mulch it for the season. But before we do that, I'll also like to give you a little bit of a garden update, because there's a few things that have changed in my garden, including this container. This container wasn't here from the previous garden tour, so this is one of the changes that I have here in the garden. The biggest change I can say is this area here. The previous video or the previous garden tours, I never had these window box container here in the front, as you can see, and I also didn't have these three big containers. If you want to know more about these three big containers as to where I bought them and how much I bought them, you can go to my previous video. I'll link the video up right somewhere around here on top, so that you can go and get more information on these containers. But for now, these containers here, I've got these two containers on either side. These containers, I'm reserving them for my zinnias. I've got a few zinnias that I'm currently growing, so these containers, once I get soil, I'll be planting the zinnias into these two containers. As for the middle container, you can see I've already fully planted it, except for the middle part where I had this plant here. This is impatient, beacon impatient, but I don't know what happened. It seemed like the container has some bug issues. Yeah, it seemed like it has some bug issues. So this morning when I woke up, it was gone. The plant was just all chewed on the base, so I had to remove it. So continuing, as you can see here, I've got this like half a circle kind of situation going on here. So in each container here, I've got sweet alyssum on either side of the container, and I've got the beacon impatient in the middle of the container. So it's going to be like what I'm expecting this place to have like a huge border of sweet alyssum and impatient, that I'm hoping that it's going to bring a little bit of beautiful color in my garden. Next, I've got this raised bed here. This raised bed, I filled it using the raised bed method that I use for filling all my containers, just by starting with a layer of plastic bottles and then a layer of homemade compost made of all the materials that I compost here at home, and then I followed it up with a layer of garden master compost. But I am still waiting for more compost that I'll be able to put on top, and then after that I will mulch this container as well. So this container won't be amongst the containers that we're mulching today. Let me just give you a little bit of an update as to what we have in this container. So in these containers, I've got six dahlias. I will tell you more about the dahlias in the garden tour, but for now I've got 6 dahlias going on in this container. And these dahlias are all dahlias for cutting. So yeah, these are going to be my cutting dahlias for cut flower. And lastly, as you can see here right here in the front, on my left side of the garden, I've got a pathway here. I'm trying to make a pathway like to separate the two gardens. This garden here is my sitting area garden, and this is my raised bed garden. So here I've got a pathway in between, and then here I am trying to make it like look like a wall, with plants. And right over there I'm going to be having something looking like a gate to go into my sitting area garden. So right here I've got empty containers. As you can see, these containers are empty except for the two containers which I have got my basil topiaries, but currently I've got empty containers. But this one here, it have the roselle hibiscus. I don't know if this roselle hibiscus will make it. I am just praying that they do make it, but with that I seeded more roselle hibiscus seeds in case these ones don't make it. So yeah, that's it. Alright, I'm done removing the sweet peas, and you can see this is how the soil looks inside the container. I had few of my alpine strawberries in the center of the containers before growing the sweet peas. So it seemed like some of them are still alive and some of them are dead. And as well, as you can see, I've got a lot of aphids, like a lot of aphids. But the aphids are not something that worries me in my garden because I've got an amount of ladybugs that are taking care of the aphids for me. So that is one problem solved on my side. So I'll be taking care of this container, just cleaning it up and then planting my tomato, and also relocating this container to a new place. Alright, this is how the place looks like. I've taken the container to a new location, and this place will be looking like this for a couple of weeks, let me say, until I get something else to replace this place with. As I said, I would like to have a rose in this area. So now let me take you to the new location for the new container and show you what's happening there. Here, this is the container, and this is where I'll be keeping the container. And excuse this, this bag here is the bag where I'm using to compost all my to make compost. So this is the container, and this is where it's going to be staying. I'll take the 4 stakes, bamboo stakes, and I'll put them back as a supporter for the tomato. So right now I'm just mixing the soil here, as you can see, just to lighten up the soil before I place any plant inside. Just finished planting my tomato here, as you can see, and I also put the 4 bamboo poles as a supporter for the tomato. So very soon I'll be watering the container and also adding mulch Alright, now I'll be mulching and fertilizing the rest of the container. So what I'll be using to fertilize the container, I'll be using the Ludwig Vegorosa fertilizer. It's a 515 fertilizer. So this is a multi-purpose fertilizer, and the thing that I like about this, it has the direction as to how much fertilizer you would put per pot size, and also for quantity per pot. Alright, just finished mulching all my containers, and now I'll just water everything, and I think yeah, that's all be for the day. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your everyday support. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my channel. And please don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I upload new videos. Take care. Assalamu alaikum, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.